push. Oh, I'll do a lot hard work myself. Oh. Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man! At your heavy lifting services. Oh, and as you can see, there's already some packages here. Oh yes, is it Christmas? Is it my birthday? Is it your birthday? So how come all the packages have suddenly arrived on the same damn day? It's because you guys know how much Mrs. Kilt-Man loves cardboard boxes. So folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man at your services. How are you all? You're doing very, very well. Yes, you can see, curiously titled Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, we have these, which turned up this morning. Now I knew about those turning up, and I couldn't wait for them. What I didn't know was also coming was this. Now, you guys who are regular viewers will know that we have two super channel contributors. Michael, aka Astrodyne, who sends me things like this. And they're full of crazy, crazy cult items and wondrous booty. Lovely. I will open them later. You'll see what's in there. And then there's Steve 007 Smith. Oh yes, a master purveyor of fantastic movie artwork canvases, which you can see a few dotted around. They're in every room in the house. The Kilt Mansion is festooned, bedecked with canvas artwork. So, another one has turned up. So we're going to open this one now. And as you guys know, what Steve 007 Smith tends to do is A, he tips me off that something's turning up. I did not know that was coming. Sorry. You know what I'm like with the music. It gets a wee bit carried away, it does. So normally he sends me, canvas is on its way to you, and here's a clue as to what it might be, and I have to try and work it out. We all know the drill. This time, he didn't send me any tip off at all that it was coming. It just arrived, and I was like, huh? What? Yes. And then, after I got settled back down, back on the laptop, working again, he then messaged me, and he gave me this cryptic clue. He said, now what the movie in question in there, he said, it's lost and overlooked in its own franchise. And he doesn't think that today's movie-going generation share the film's reputation like our generation. Now, me and Steve 007 Smith are roughly the same sort of age. 605, something like that. But I have pretty much 95% of the time guessed correctly from his clues as to what might be in the box. Now this time, and we have a sort of like a bit of a sort of psychic connection when it comes to movies as well. We're both into the same film, same movies and same franchises, same characters and heroes. So normally I'm on the ball with this. Gotta be honest, I mean, right away, folks, I thought a film which has now been overlooked, an original movie overlooked within its own ever-growing franchise. So I thought straight away, then there's been sequels to it, there's been remakes, there's been spin-offs and offshoots and, all sorts of reimaginings. That's the first thing I thought. And the first film I came up with was King Kong from 1933. And he's there, by the way. Kong has made an appearance. That's the very first thing I thought of. And then all of a sudden, the doorway opened, Pandora's box, the lid came off it, and such a huge amount of, possibilities yawned before me. So I took the usual liberty of writing a few ideas down. I know that Steve's a big fan of Rocky, as am I, and I thought Rocky, the first Rocky movie, there's potential there because who goes back and watches the first one? I mean, most fans of Rocky now, it's Rocky 3, 4 and beyond and the Creed movies. So, now, it won't be First Blood, I wouldn't have thought. Mainly because we have a Rambo First Blood Part 2 canvas over there. So I think we've covered that. And First Blood's massively acknowledged by everybody even to this day. So it's not overlooked. So, Rocky, King Kong, Steve 007 Smith, massive fan of James Bond. Dr. No, yeah, from way back. Terence Young directed it. Sean Connery is unveiled as 007. And out of the huge franchise of, what is it, 25, we'll be getting the 25th one coming up now, eventually, if we ever do get to see it, unless another pandemic swipes the face of the earth between now and opening day. No Time to Die. God, I forgot the title of it then. There's been many, many movies then, and of course the whole Daniel Craig tenure has been huge. Timothy Dalton was kind of forgotten about in many ways. Lazenby, how dare he ever get forgotten about on a Majesty's Secret Service? And Pierce Brosnan, Roger Moore, you know. But does anyone really go back to? Yes, we all love Thunderball and God Almighty, You Only Live Twice, Goldfinger, and From Russia with Love. We all love them. Do people go back to Dr. No? So is that what he's getting at? It's overlooked with that? I don't know. What else did I put down? I put down Superman and his mate Batman. And I meant Superman as in Richard Donner's original adaptation of the character. And that is, without doubt, I think, I've said it many times, I think that is the greatest superhero movie ever made. And I'm not the biggest Superman fan, but I think that film is so downright adorable and captures everything about the character and tells it in such a magnificent fashion that the movie is a masterpiece, not only of the superhero genre, but just in movie making, full stop. I know he turns the earth back in time, but it shows you the power of the movie, that it's that bloody good that it can get over what would be an insurmountable fucking stupidity in anyone else's hands. But Donner and Christopher Reeve make this work. So Superman, do people think, I'm saying that because Superman 2, everyone loves Superman 2 more because it's got super villains in it. Superman 3 is a pile of shit, Superman 4 is even worse. But then you've got Superman going into Justice League, and you've got Man of Steel and the whole Zack Snyder verse. So, has he been overlooked because of that? New generations don't look back on it. I don't know. Similarly, Batman. Tim Burton's Batman. Yeah, Batman's got the whole Dark Knight, Christopher Nolan saga. Then you got Ben Affleck coming in, Batfleck. And then you've got the new Robert Pattinson, the Batman. Is the original... I mean, it's not even the original, because the original is Adam West, but it's the Tim Burton, Michael Keaton version, the original one, which is an absolute classic. Is that sort of forgotten about with each successive generation? Is it? I don't know. Again, I'm just guessing here, folks. I'm spitballing, as they say. So what else did I put down? I put down Mad Max. Mad Max is another classic, of course, but the fans watch Mad Max 2, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, and obviously Fury Road. Do they go back to watch the ultra low budget original movie? I know I do, but does anybody else? Don't know. And then I thought of, here's a good one for you. Die Hard. I mean, the original Die Hard, there's a poster for it there. Die Hard is, again, it's a masterpiece of its genre. John McTiernan makes an absolute cinematic classic. It takes old cliches and smashes them in the face and creates would become whole new cliches. John McClane, Bruce Willis at that high watermark. He was only ever going to be shittier and shittier in every movie since then, especially the Die Hard saga, which has absolutely turned into Die Hard, fucking die shite. Absolutely awful movies now. Everyone loves Die Hard 3 with a vengeance, John McTiernan again. But I don't. I actually don't like that one. I think it's too sprawling and it's boring, and Samuel Jackson does his best to steal the show, and some of the stunts are just crap, and the bad guys are crap, and I don't like it. I love Die Hard, and I really do have a massive affection for Die Hard 2 as well. Die Harder. Although it is tacky and absolutely pants in many quarters, but Die Hard, the first one, great villain in Hans Gruber, and you got to know all his crew of bad guys as well. Even if they only had a couple of lines or just they pulled an expression, you got to know them. Al Leong, who was like a master movie martial artist in Big Trouble in Little China, in Lethal Weapon, in so many movies. He's also in Die Hard. He's the little baldy but with long straggly hair, who's always eating candy bars. Even when the SWAT team is making an attack, he still finds another candy bar to get. He's great. And the stunt work, the dialogue, everything about Die Hard is awesome. Do fans overlook it? I might be misgauging the clue here. He's saying that it's a classic film that's got lost in its own franchise and it's often overlooked and forgotten about by each successive generation who are watching the remakes or the endless sequels, which brings to mind the likes of Halloween, Friday the 13th, even Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I don't think it's going to be any of those. We've covered Halloween so many times. The Terminator, maybe? Terminator? No, everyone loves the Terminator, don't they? But it is Terminator and Terminator 2, great movies back to back. Judgment Day is an awesome movie. Terminator 3, and then, well, what came next? I can't. Genesis and, oh shit, Dark Fate. What's the other one? Terminator Salvation. They're all crap, you know. Please terminate them. But I've got a few more ideas as well. I thought of Night of the Living Dead. We all love the George Romero zombie cycle. But do people go back and watch the original, black and white, ultra low budget, one location? Do they really watch that? Again, I do. I'm pretty certain that Steve does. And many of our ilk and our generation still admire that. I mean, I'm saying our generation. We weren't even born when that film came out. I'm talking about King Kong from 1933. None of us were born when that came out. God, even my dad wasn't born then. And he died 100 years ago. So I don't know, like Living Dead, possible. Planet of the Apes, Franklin Schaffner's original with Charlton Heston, 1968, I think it was. Actually, same year as Night of the Living Dead. But many sequels, all of them lesser quality. Remakes, spin-offs, all sorts. Yeah, there's a strong one there. Do generations now actually ever look back at that movie? I don't know. And then I thought of, now this is a strong contender. This one only sort of came to me later on in the sort of guessing game, and King Kong is up there for a variety of reasons, but I'm probably massively wrong. King Kong, Dr. No, and Death Wish, our mate Charlie Bronson, you know, taking out the gutter snipe bastards in New York in gritty, grimy 70s Michael Winner style. It would go on, sequels and a remake with Bruce Willis, but Bruce Willis in his thinks he can take over the world sort of, you know, style. Oh my god, tripe. But Die Hard, the original, the groundbreaking score by Herbie Hancock, and Jeff Goldblum is in there as well as one of the thugs and rapists in there. Death Wish. So, folks, it's completely sealed in. I have not done any jiggery pokery or peeking. I wouldn't do that anyway because it'd be destroying the fun and games of it all. So, what am I going with then? All of the above. Dr. No's up there. King Kong's up there. Death Wish is up there. So is Planet of the Apes, and that the more I think about it. Possibly Superman and Batman. They've all got lots of reasons why they could be the candidate that's in there. By the way, I'm playing the soundtrack to a film which only 3 people in the world actually love. I being one of them, Guy Ritchie being the other, and David Beckham being the other one. It's King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. I love that movie. God, Guy Ritchie, what was he thinking? I know it's got lots of Ritchie-isms in it, the visuals, the dialogue, just the overall style. But I loved its exuberance, and I love this soundtrack as well. It's so crazy. Let's get on to another piece here. Assassin's Breathe. I love the sort of tub thumping, old school percussive elements and the folky bits and the crazy guitar elements and the synth, and it all blends and becomes its own crazy world of medieval music and vocals. It can't be that, surely. The trusty ski and do's not working. Yes, finally. But the film, Guy Ritchie wanted to make 10 sequels, or a series of 10 movies, all about the Knights of the Round Table in this rejigged, revamped, ultra trendy and cool variation. But no one was bothered about that movie except for me. I thought it was great. Anyway, folks, you guys know the score. What's inside here? My name. Open. Oh, God. I've done that cack-handed. Right, okay. What's going to happen is the canvas is sealed in. Right? The cellophane holding this thing in there, and the actual picture is facing away from me. It's facing that, so I can't see where it is. So I'm going to slash that open. Slash with this. My skiing do. And I'm going to raise this up. Raise it up. And I hope I've got the soundtrack to play and I finally uncover what it is. Okay, folks. A film overlooked and forgotten about within its own franchise. And new generations don't look back on it with any kind of respect that our generation, i.e. guys in their sort of 40s and 50s, which I wouldn't know about that because I'm nowhere near that yet. Rocky, Dr. No, King Kong, Die Hard, Superman, Death Wish, Planet of the Apes. Steve, you've got me this time. Normally I'd come out, I'd go like, I'm going for this, and invariably I'm right. I can't. No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go King Kong. What the hell? Should we do it? Because you come down specially, didn't you? Yeah, he comes swinging down from the trees, and there's a King Kong canvas up there from the 70s remake of King Kong, which me and Steve both adore. It kind of makes me think it's not going to be King Kong now, but anyway, folks, I hope it's not upside down. It's upside down, isn't it? Huh? Huh? Well, I've got Halloween 2 there, and I mentioned Halloween, but I thought it couldn't be Halloween, because do people not like the original? They do, surely to God. But hey, that's all a moot point, because I fucking love the original Halloween, and I'm pretty certain you all do too. And there he is. It's old Mikey Myers again. The Michael Myers. The road trip doesn't end. We're still. Hang on a second. I'm sorry, I know I like this, but it's going to have to go in favour of. Oh, do you know what? You threw me off with this, because I really didn't think that we'd class Halloween as a film overlooked in its own franchise. But I did mention it because it's got, oh God, I mean, the franchise has well and truly shit upon this movie, without a doubt. Halloween 2, the original from 1981, I totally love. Halloween 3 is not a Michael Myers movie, but I absolutely love Halloween 3, and I've covered it a lot. I've covered Halloween a hell of a lot anyway, but what else is there left to say apart from, wow, look at this fantastic artwork. There he is, Dr. Sam Loomis. That's a great picture, a great image of Laurie Strode as well. And there they are, there's the mates. Totally. I have a place for that. There's Michael carrying the body. That's Annie's body he's carrying there. And we've got a bit of young Michael as well. Young, having just killed Judith, his sister. The night he came home. The night he keeps coming back home. Judith Myers. Yeah. Why did he do it? Goddamn kids. What grave is this? I don't know. Judith Myers. He came home. Got a bit of blood spattering as well. I do love that, the frightened look on her face. The back of the settee. Because what she's just done there, folks, as you well know, he's sprung up behind the settee and she's rammed a knitting needle into his neck, and he's got, and then done a sideways fall straight down, and then she picks up the his butcher knife, but then she also drops it as well. Not a wise move. But I'm loving this sort of spectral green around here with his hair. It does not give him an unusual look, that, doesn't it? So I was saying before about the franchise. The franchise did go to rack and ruin. Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers, I actually quite like. Well, I like it a lot. It's got a few naff bits, but I do like the movie. Halloween 5 is utter drivel. Halloween 6 brings the whole Thorn cult into it, which me and Steve were discussing. How are they going to end? Well, when Halloween ends, the third movie in the Blumhouse trilogy, how is that going to come about? What's the story going to be there? And is it going to turn out that he was always wearing a silver shamrock mask which drove him mad? But if that was the case, how did he end up killing his sister in the first place? Well, I have a real strong suspicion, and I mentioned this as well when I did my reaction videos to the Halloween Kills trailer coming out, and then my deeper thoughts on it in a subsequent video, that there's a line from Laurie saying that the more he kills, the more he transcends, which could just be complete and utter waffle, and the writers Kenny McBride and David Gordon Green, really just trying to, come up with something that's going to make the kids think. But the thing is, it's made me think, and I hope they stand true to their word, and if that's going to be the finale of Halloween Ends, that they really are going to either have him sitting down for a face-to-face with Laurie, and we find out exactly what the hell has been driving him and triggering him every Halloween to do these crimes. What is it that's doing it? If he's gaining strength from all the people that he kills, despite losing body parts and bits of himself left, right and centre, what's the end game? Where does he go? The whole druidic thing was in the original novelisation, and is a neat idea which the Thorn cult sort of tried to get in there, but mishandled it big time. Halloween 3 with Colonel Cochrane, who's like the warlock in charge of the Silver Shamrock toy and novelty factory, putting the little devices on the back of the masks to play the greatest trick on the kids, and all the heads will turn to snakes and spiders when the TV broadcast goes out, because he's got chips from the main stone from Stonehenge which they've stolen. I've discussed it a lot, but to bring that in, and the original prologue sort of the curse on an old druid villager who's committed a terrible crime, and then the villagers turn on him and tear him to pieces, and the elders, they burn his ashes and all that, they burn his parts, his remains, but they curse his spirit to live on forever, recommitting the crime, and to suffer every affliction known to man, every wound going, which is why he keeps on coming back. But Michael? But either way, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to Halloween Kills, and I'm hoping it's going to meet our expectations, and then obviously we get all fired up for Halloween Ends. But in the meantime, this is how it all began, and in its own right, that film is perfect. The finale, it was the boogeyman. As a matter of fact, it was. And then he goes out and he looks over the balcony, and the body's gone, and he just goes and thinks, and then you hear Laurie whimpering because she realises, he's not gone. And in that great sort of montage of shots that Carpenter and Dean Cundy come up with at the end, the camera probes all the shadowy areas of the house as that music kicks in again, because it's just not over. But it could have ended there, and it's the perfect ending because Carpenter's great at these endings. Look at The Thing, one of the best cinematic endings ever. A terrific face-off finale, and leaves it up to you to work out what's going to happen next. I know people don't like that. People don't like having to use their own imagination, because A, they're afraid of it, B, they're so not used to using it. They want to be spoon-fed all these details. Why did he do that? Why did that happen? And who's going to survive at the end? I want to see one of these two guys become the Thing and the other one fight him off, or they both become the Thing, and it's the end of the world. That's what I want to see. Tell me, don't let me think about it. And with this, it's perfect because he's not there. So the bullets haven't killed him, the fall hasn't killed him. In a crap contrivance with Halloween 2018, or H40 as some people want to call it, he apparently just gets up and walks around the corner and gets arrested. Exactly, if you say so. No way. No freaking way, man. That's just not right. If he's going to give up the ghost, this guy that is unstoppable, he's going to give up the ghost on Halloween night after not killing his final victim there, or killing anybody else, seemingly. Well, he's not going to sit down with his wounds and then be arrested and incarcerated. That's just not going to happen. Now, we know in Halloween Kills there's meant to be a flashback. They filmed a flashback to 1978. Whether they have a guy stand-in for Sam Loomis, I don't know. Well, a guy standing in for Donald Pleasance as Sam Loomis, I don't know. There are rumours, but there's no hard and fast evidence. But they're meant to flash back to that to show maybe what happened, how he was caught. I hope they don't, because I don't want to see that. He's not going to give up the ghost and just, especially when we know in this movie, the start of this Halloween Kills, he takes out an entire team of firefighters. You know, this is Escape from Smith's Grove. But look at this, folks. It's beautiful. And Steve, you got me, man. You got me. I did not think of Halloween at all. I know I said it, but I was using that as an example of franchises that have gone off the rails. But look. Blackest eyes. The devil's eyes. Nick Castle, the greatest Michael Myers. And of course, Halloween 2, you can see part of the image of there. It's Dick Warlock playing it in the same mask. I know. I'm not going to go through all this again. You've heard it a million times. But it gives it a different style. And I do like the way he plays Michael Myers. But he doesn't move the same way. He's much slower than Nick Castle. Nick Castle could actually walk quite fast. And it added, because he wasn't just doing a slow, lumbering monster thing. He might not run. He doesn't need to break into a run. But, because he can teleport. But the way that he did sort of speed up made you realise, no, this is a guy that is in control of his faculties. He hasn't got a hump on his back. He's not deformed in any way. You know, he is just super strong and he will catch you. But he hasn't got a run to do it. He's not going to break a sweat doing it. And believe you me, when you're wearing them masks for any length of time, yeah, you are sweating. There you go. Ah. Hey, Lonnie, get your ass away from there. You can't go up there, that's a spook house. I'm here. I'm not about to let anything happen to you. Tarantula Man, Laser Man. I like the way they came up with all the superhero names which have man at the end of it, but none of them that you knew. No Spider-Man, no Batman, no Superman. All made up for the movie. But look at that. I mean, these are the iconic characters, aren't they? Obviously Michael Myers, obviously Laurie Strode, who has gone on to become a really annoying character in the movies. She has. There's no two ways about it. I don't think it's going to happen in this movie, Halloween Kills, but it may well happen in Halloween Ends that she'll die. I hope. But he's the one. Oh God. And I know the saddest thing for Donald Pleasance is that he's actually in too many of the shit sequels as well. And you just so wish he hadn't done it. And he admitted as well, like, that, you know, Halloween 4 and 5 he didn't actually enjoy making, especially Halloween 5. But when it came to Halloween 6, he said, oh, you know, I've been sent the script and I think it's actually quite good this time, unlike the previous two. Well, he was getting old then, wasn't he? But in a history of so many fabulous characters and performances across decades and decades, playing every sort of character, even playing serial killers as well, like Dr. Crippen. He's played everything under the sun, but Dr. Sam Loomis is the one he's going to be forever remembered for. He's just outstanding. Death has come to your little town, Sheriff. No, just tell your men to keep their eyes open and their mouths shut. This is not a man. Anyway, folks, I think you'll agree that's a wonderful piece of artwork. And Steve, you got me, son, you got me. Oh, let's end on he fell for longer there.
What's the boogeyman? As a matter of fact, it was.
Outstanding, absolutely outstanding. And because Steve, you've already sent me a Halloween 2 canvas art as well. So guess where this is going? Right next door to that. You know, it's going to have to be Halloween 3 next. Guys, I have been over Shelby Kilt-Man, and I think you'll agree that's a wonderful piece of artwork. Many, many thanks to Steve 007 Smith, and what a little tricksy sort of meandering path you led me down there. Oh, Superman, Mad Max, the Terminator. Well, the Terminator's got a lot in common with Michael Myers. You know, you can shoot him, stab him, set him on fire, crush him, you know, whatever. But it absolutely will not stop until you are dead. Folks, please keep it Celtic, keep it Celtic. And I'm going to see y'all after a few whiskies to open up these mysterious packages here. Lot more to come, folks.